Hey everybody, and welcome to Passing Time with Will and Dan, the show where we talk about stuff.
Yep.
And I'm your host, Dan Sedabrini.
And I'm William Sal.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
All you daddies out there.
All you, including you, Willie.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's currently Father's Day. You're probably listening to this the day after, but hey, Dad, you do you, buddy roll. You keep wearing those dad jeans. I've in this last week I had actually two weird interactions with this is gonna sound weird. Two weird interactions with children.
Oh boy.
How did you fare, Will, this week?
Well, I managed to not interact with children this week, so pretty good. For those who don't know, my dad and my mom live in Jacksonville, Florida. Well, technically they now live by the beach because they're older now, and that's what you do when you get old.
Yeah. That's what you do when you start getting old, and they moved like a couple weeks ago. Anyway, so like I of course try and whenever it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, get a card, and whatever. I've never. I won't say I hate cards, but I don't know. I feel like it would be much more meaningful to just write your own thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like people definitely don't write letters anymore, except for old people.
Yeah.
Not to say that my parents are old, but I did call them old like 30 seconds ago. But like even I think older people now don't even write letters. But I don't know. It's like a weird. I always feel like. I don't know. Like the feelings that I have are sincere.
Yes. But
I always want to get a card that's like.
Well, this will do.
Yeah. I don't know. Like it's like the cards that I've been getting. My parents have gone from like when I was in college, from like stupid, funny, whatever, to now just like half serious. And I'm just like, this is a thing that we do as a society, and I'll just write it. But like one of my least favorite things is like standing in the store,
picking out the card.
Could be just because, not necessarily like I enjoy looking through all the shitty jokes.
Yes.
that writers around the world have been writing, and it's just like. One of the things, though, about it is just the different other people, and especially the closer you get to the day.
Oh, yeah.
There's more people.
There's competition.
I always try and get, like, at least a week ahead.
That way all the good cards are still there.
Yeah. Well, no. Not for the cards, just for, like, the people. Just because, like, I ended up...
you have, like, less chance of having to interact with somebody.
Oh, yeah. Well, not interact with somebody, but to, like... I don't know. It's a weird air like around because it's like
you might pick the wrong card and they'll judge you.
Yeah. Or if I like pick up the one and then they pick that card, or I don't know. Like
this guy over here.
Yeah, not that it fucking matters because they're not getting it. But like, and so I ended up. I was in the aisle by myself, and I was like, "Oh, this is great. This is just me." This was like. This was, I think, Tuesday, and so, kind of not, past when I wanted to get there, and then this, I hear this, not screaming, but, when you hear a high-pitched noise, and you're like, that's not an animal, and that's not an adult, that's a person, that's a kid, that's a little kid, and so, like, he's, like, walking around, and then I see, like, this older grandma. Clearly
an older grandma.
Well, no.
She was a young grandma.
She was like a medium age.
She's a medium grandma.
She's a medium grandma.
How do you like your grandmas? Medium well.
Medium well done.
My grandma's well done. You better take her off the grill.
Oh, God. So this fucking kid comes around, and he's probably like, he's definitely like a young, like maybe 5. I have no idea. I have no gauge of like how old kids are, but I definitely know he's young enough to laugh at toilet jokes, because clearly the grandma was there to pick out the card, because apparently the mom didn't want to do it. Help the kid pick out the Father's Day card. No. And so I don't know, just the whole experience of like, and this was also like a store that didn't have a particularly like large section. No. And so I was definitely like standing like right there. Yep. And, it's just like one of those things where you kind of like, okay, whatever. I ended up actually, once they like kind of came along, like I still had not picked a card at that point, and I was like, just because, just like hearing the interactions between the grandma and the kids, and so this kid saw a card that had like, like one of those pictures of like exaggerated animal features, where it's like an up close photo of like the dog, but like the dog has like googly eyes, and the kid is like, oh my God, that's creepy. He fixes up. And then the grandma's like, oh my gosh, sweetie. He's like, oh my gosh, it's so creepy. And I'm just like, oh God. And so I actually like turned and like went to a different aisle. There was no other reason for me to be at this store besides getting this card. And so I was just not even, I was like half looking at stuff, because I was like, oh shit, they're going to be there for like 20 minutes. And like, seriously, it had been like 20 minutes at this point and they were still there. And I was like, oh my God. So I ended up going back to the aisle, and like I'm then, kind of awkwardly, because like, they know that I didn't want to be around them, because I clearly walked away and then came back.
Did you have anything else in your hands when you
No.
Oh, okay. So you didn't even get like the fake item.
No.
To kind of pretend like, oh, let me go get that first. I'll come back to the cards.
I'll come for this for the card. No, I went back to the card aisle. They're still there. The kid was now at this time he was now looking at the things that I find which are like the scourge on the greeting card world is those audio cards.
Oh, yeah.
Where they like open it up, and I don't even know what the joke was, but it was a picture of a toilet was on the front. He opened it and it flushed. No. And he did his stupid kid laugh.
Dumb kid laugh.
His dumb kid laugh. Like, okay, there's a part of me that's like, oh, I yearn for the days where I could just laugh at toilet flushes.
Yes.
But like at the same time, I'm like, fucking
stupid kid laughing at the toilet.
I know this is bad. I mean, whatever. Fuck it. But like, it's just the whole experience. I was just like, oh God. I ended up like frantically looking through cards. Not in that area.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta get freaking out of here. So I ended up getting a card, and I was like, oh God. And I was on my way. I feel like I clearly showed them that like I did not want to be near them, but did not have the patience to avoid them. Yep. But yeah, and they were still looking at cards by the time I was checking out. So. Yeah.
Maybe they don't know who the boy's father is and he has to pick out multiple.
Let's get a humorous one. Let's get
Maybe it's a Mamma Mia type situation.
A serious one.
Yes. This is for serious daddy. This is for silly daddy.
God, I just feel bad. I mean, like, I know that grandmas, whatever, either if they're medium rare, or well done, they like spending time with their kids. But I'm like, Mom, you could have done that with, like, don't make grandma
take the boy to the store.
Just pick because when you're at that age, don't pick just friggin' pick one for them. But yeah. So that was my pre-Father's Day experience. I do have another child. Well, okay, hold on. This. I do have another child experience, but Will, Do you have any Father's Day? Because you had to work today, right?
I did work today, and I had somebody tell me Happy Father's Day today, just thinking I had kids. I was like, oh, I don't have any kids. And then my manager was walking by at the same time, and she said, but he does have a cat. And he's like, oh, well, Happy Father's Day. And I was like, man, that just makes me feel like a sad, lonely old cat man. I mean, the fact that I went home and then told my cat about it probably helped cement that fact, but...
Oh, that's so good. Well, Happy Father's Day, Will.
Thank you.
Yeah, so just a real other quick child story. This was like, I think this was yesterday or the day before. It was like pretty late in the afternoon. You know, it's been summertime now, and you know, Lindsay and I have been living in this house. For those who don't know, Lindsay's my landlord and friend. We are not dating. This is integral to the story, okay? This is not just whatever. Okay, so we get a ring on the doorbell. Lindsay just decided to take a nap. She's like, I'm going to go take a nap. I'm like, cool, I'm at work, do whatever. We hear a doorbell, and we're like, who the crap is that?
Yes.
We have the security doorbell, so we can like see who it is.
Oh, nice.
And it's these two kids, and we're like,
Nope.
don't. I was like, don't answer the door. And she's like, if we don't, then they're gonna either come back or like, what the hell are you doing here? So she opens the door. It's these two kids. Well, it's this one kid, and it's this like young kid, and she's like, hey. And she's like, hey, you know, like we have no idea where this kid comes from.
Yep.
And she's like, do you have kids?
What?
She goes, do you have kids? Lizzie's like, no, I don't. Oh, you don't have kids that we can play with? And then at that point, this older kid comes around from the front, like not even, okay, so for, like we have this little path in front of the house that goes to the driveway like any normal house would. But she came around from the other side of the house.
They were looking everywhere.
Yeah,
for
they were
these
either
kids.
like, she was either like looking in the window.
Yep.
Like in Lindsay's front bedroom window, like, or she was just coming from that side of the house. But she like comes around this corner and she's like, "There
no
you
kids.
are."
There's no kids in that house. Abandoned ship.
She comes around the corner. She's like, she says her name and she's like, "Stop it!" She's like, "Stop going to random houses and asking if they have kids." And this girl was only like maybe like 4 years older than her.
No.
And she's like, "What?" And she's like, "So you don't have kids?" And she's like, "No." And she like, as she's doing this, she's also like kind of looking past Lindsay.
You sure you don't have some kids
like trying to be
back
like,
there?
Are you sure you don't? And like she almost kind of walked in the house. And we're like, you know, we're both like 30-somethings. Oh, God. I just said that out loud and I kind of mentally freaked out. So like, we're like, I was like behind the wall so you couldn't see me. And so she's like, oh, and like at this time, we normally my car is just out on the driveway, but both of our cars were just by happenstance were in the driveway. And she's like, oh, does someone else live here? And she's like, yes.
Maybe a child who drives.
And it was just like, it's like, yes, but we don't have kids. And they're like, oh, why?
Oh, God.
And she's just like, well,
You did not think you'd have to explain that to a random child.
So apparently they're both from like a house, 2 houses down from us, and it was actually the grandkids of these older other well done grandparents.
Yes.
And they just, like, the kids, I just felt so bad because, like, the kids were clearly there. Like, the parents either dropped them off or whatever. And were like, go hang out with grandma and grandpa. And they clearly don't have anything fun to do.
Nope.
And,
On
like,
the prowl for other children.
So she, like, basically kind of, like, not like she wasn't like,
Be gone,
go,
child.
be gone, child. But she, like, you know.
Nope, no kids here.
Yeah, yes. Like,
Try
sorry.
the next house.
And she's like, why not? She's like, well, you know, when you're an adult,
do you want to hang out?
You don't need to have kids. Like, oh, okay, bye. And so they went off, and so, like, and then I come back around, and I was like, what the hell was that? She explained everything, and I was like, that's super weird. We then look from the front window, and we can see from across the street that they're still, like, going to every house. But I think they did it staged because, like, the older girl kept following her.
Yeah.
And, like, then, like...
Would pop out.
Yeah, pop out and be like, what are you doing?
Okay, so the older girl is probably the one looking for friends.
Yeah.
But doesn't, it's like, knows that she probably shouldn't randomly knock on people. Yeah.
I was like, that's like the opposite of what they teach you.
Yes.
Like, don't...
Yes.
Maybe don't talk to strangers.
Definitely don't go to people's houses asking them.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
God, yeah, it was super
Just get
weird.
a sign made and put it in the front window that says, no kids. You know how people have, like, no soliciting signs? No kids.
No kids.
None here.
Yeah. So that was fun. I can't wait for summer to be
It would have been
over.
great. She just would have said, nope, fresh out. Slammed the door across his face.
Goodbye. But yeah. So that's been my
Adventures with children.
God. Please, that cannot be the name of the episode.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe medium well grandma. Would
That'll
that be
be
good?
good.
Okay. So we have a question. Okay. Will, this is a big one.
Okay.
We're 17 and a half minutes into the podcast, but we're gonna do our first unqualified advice.
Yes, very unqualified.
We can't emphasize that enough. Insert disclaimer here. Okay, so this is from Alex. We actually got this through the email. Thanks, Alex. And this was actually, I feel real bad, because this was halfway through May and it's halfway through June. But, you know, whatever. So this is from Alex. Hi, Will and Dan. I'm going to ask you guys about your thoughts on this situation because I know my date doesn't listen to this podcast. No offense. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he says, I've really liked this girl in my friend circle for a long time and recently got the courage to ask her on a date. We set up a place and time and everything. I even bought a new shirt for the occasion.
Ooh,
Noise. And she stood me up. It wasn't on purpose. She was out of state for a sporting tournament and had said would be back in time for the date. We talked on the phone the next day, and she still wants to go on the date. I said yes, but I can't help but feel let down. Any stories about being stood up? Any advice? I don't know what. Okay, there's been this word multiple times throughout this email, which is date, and I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you're probably asking the worst duo in history.
Yeah, the worst duo in history.
I mean, but it's been a month now, so maybe there's been a second date.
Yeah.
Maybe
okay.
it went well.
Okay, Alex, if you're listening to it, okay, we're gonna like say some shit at you and don't pay attention to it. But if you wanna send us an email, Alex, or anybody else, if you for some reason have some kind of either in progress or like you have a different, like if we replied to your question and you want to like continue it,
Yes.
please feel free to send us more emails, follow-ups. Let us know what you decided to do because it's been a month. But yeah, okay. So she said that she was at a sporting event, but
I mean, things run late. I mean, you've got to give people the. I would give her the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. Well, I'm like,
no, fuck you.
It.
Friendship over.
Okay, but she also said that she was like in the friend circle. So like, I don't know how large this friend circle is. So like, and you know, I gotta give you props, bro. You sorry, I'm not a bro by any stretch of the imagination. No. But dude, Alex, you freaking
you did like
girl out.
Yeah, the hardest the hardest part you've already done. So
yeah, I think the thing that like a lot of dudes don't do is that they'll say like, hey, we should go out sometime, but like
we should hang out sometime.
That's like the worst thing that you can say, because and then they could be like, okay, and then you're like, cool, and then you just like,
never hang.
Yeah, just like
never do anything.
Yeah, you might as well just drive off a cliff. Yep. Well, no.
Metaphorically speaking,
but yeah. Metaphorically speaking, jump off a cliff. No, but because what you should do, and is what you probably did, is say we should go out
on a date
Friday, and then set it up. And then if they're like, no, don't freak out, don't jump off a cliff, they may say, well, how about Saturday or whatever. but okay, so like, I don't know. I think you're fine. I don't really think fuck it. Because I think I mean I don't know. Speaking for myself.
Speaking from my lack of experience,
dates are a thing that are rare in between. Oh God, the last girlfriend I had was, oh fuck, it was over 10 years ago. So you know it's not great. So
yeah, I got told Happy Father's Day, and I have a cat today, so. I don't know what advice I have to offer. I hope that you did have a date, and maybe you've had a second and third date since then, since it's been a month. But
and you know what?
I hope you bought a new shirt every time. How's your shirt collection coming?
A nice crisp shirt. Yeah, dude. Congrats. I mean, I know it feels shitty that you got stood up, but like it makes me like, okay, part of me that wants to doubt this girl is that she didn't tell. I mean, okay, hold on. If she was like currently on her way back to the state or whatever, and she was then like, oh, we got a flat tire, so we're whatever, and it happened to be that night, maybe don't plan it for like don't plan if you know that you're gonna do any travel. Do it the day after, because then you gotta like go home, get not sweaty and sitting on a bus for fucking.
I mean, it is in the moment hard to say no, you know.
Yeah,
I got this thing, but I can make it. I don't want to disappoint, you know.
Yeah. There's a girl. Because here's fucking vulnerable Father's Day moment. I got stood up in a way that like I was like, hey, there's this girl that I really like, and I was like, hey, you're a Doctor Who fan, I'm a Doctor Who fan. There's a it was the 50th anniversary special that came out. Was it 50? I don't know. It was like a
in theaters, though, right?
Yeah. It was an in theaters thing, and I was like, all right, cool. Would you want to go? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, great. And then I bought the freaking tickets. Ended up, was like, cool. Like the day of, I'm like, hey, you know, would this be a cool time for me to come pick you up? And she's like, actually, something happened and blah, blah, blah. I can't remember what it is because that's in the past and I don't want to bring it up. But I'm bringing it up now just for you, Alex, because I've been there, buddy. It's, yep. And then I ended up going by myself because nobody else I knew wanted to go. And it's...
That sucks.
But you know what? I had fun by myself. But you know what?
I enjoyed both seats.
I enjoyed both seats. And And it's also funny, like, going to that kind of thing and then seeing other single dudes by themselves. I'm just like, fuck, I'm one of these guys now. But you know what? And even if she did blow you off, you know, you just gotta love yourself and do things for you.
Exactly.
You know, and if she's like, actually, I don't want to, then, you know, y'all can still be friends. It's not weird.
It's not the end of the world.
But yeah, it's I just thought that this was hilarious, Will, that this was the one question that we got that was like an advice. We do have another one, but I wanna save that for the next one because it sounds like a like a I don't know, like a scam ad, but it's clearly not based on the contact. Like
gotcha.
It's really great. But yeah, do you have any other further advice? I don't know.
I'm interested to see if there's a follow up though.
Yeah, Alex. If you want to send that our way, that'd be great. And we'd talk about you, whatever. So, yep, that's it. Right? Yeah. If you do want to send us questions or maybe ask for different kinds of advice.
Yeah, like how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
Stuff I do regularly.
I just made one today.
Yeah,
God, we're both single dudes. You can do that at passingtimecast@gmail.com or use hashtag passingtimecast on Twitter. Or if you're listening to this on YouTube, just comment below. We'll see it. Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there, which could be a few. I don't know. If you liked our theme song, that was I've Been Seeing Things by They Might Be Giants. Go check them out. And we're officially halfway through the year. Like last episode was like the half year mark.
Yes.
But we're now over the hump.
Over the hump. And
now we're halfway done. At the year mark, we're just done. I guess that's it. Right?
Yep. Bye, Brenda.